Hey, it's Dr. Brian McKay of Core Health in Darien. Today I want to tell you about how you can sleep better, especially if you're having neck pain. So one of the problems that people have is that when you go to bed at night, you don't often think of it, but the brain kind of cleans itself out of toxins during sleep. So when the brain is asleep, it clears out all these harmful toxins that also may raise the risk of Alzheimer's. So during sleep, the flow of cerebrospinal fluid in the brain increases dramatically, and that washes away the harmful waste proteins that build up between the brain cells during waking hours. This study was done a couple of years ago, but how does this relate to how a chiropractor can help you sleep better? Well, for one thing, if you have a subluxation in the neck, and that subluxation is when the bones are out of place, putting pressure on the nerve, but it also in the neck area puts pressure on the brain stem. And so that does is it impedes the flow of cerebrospinal fluid, which is going to help drain the brain. So when you're sleeping at night, the brain still gets its fair share of blood supply, and the blood supply helps move the cerebrospinal fluid around as well. So the draining of the cerebrospinal fluid is very important for the brain health. And if you've heard of Alzheimer's, you've heard of these amyloid protein buildup. When that happens, you really start to damage the brain. So the inability for the brain to drain of the garbage and take the toxins out really, really has quite the negative effect. And it may sound, the toxins affect, every part of your body. Poor memory, poor concentration, erratic behavior, word confusion, mood issues, headaches. Hello, chiropractors treat headaches. Vertigo, chiropractors treat, vertigo as well. So toxic brain exposures are linked to accelerated mental decline. So that cerebrospinal fluid that comes in the night takes the garbage out. Okay, you've heard of the plaques. Okay, brain amyloid beta plaques are the characteristic sign of Alzheimer's. And what happens is you can get that out at night when the brain gets flooded with the cerebrospinal fluid, which bathes the cerebrospinal fluid, goes all the way from your brain all the way down to your lower back, and that when it circulates properly, you're going to have much better, removal of the toxins from the brain. And a subluxated neck will interfere with that. So the idea here is, go see a chiropractor. The one benefit is you will definitely sleep better. Especially if your neck is tight, you're getting headaches. It's important to make sure that the flow of cerebrospinal fluid is in there working away. And the body does this every night, primarily when you sleep. It's just important. It gets rid of the metabolic trash. Your cells produce trash. They've got to get out. When the cells are working effectively, it comes out. The garbage is put out, and you wouldn't let kitchen garbage build up. Well, you shouldn't let it build up in your brain. But when you have a subluxation in the neck, that's when the bone goes out of place, puts pressure on the nerve, blocks the blood supply. Blocks the blood supply. Try saying that 3 times fast. Is a problem, but it also creates more stress in the trapezius, the suboccipital muscles, and this will contribute to inability to get to deep rest. And when you rest, your body heals, and when your brain heals, you get the garbage put out, hopefully keeping your brain up and good for your mood, good for headaches, vertigo. So chiropractor, listen, we're not heart surgeons, and it's something you can wait a day, you can wait a few days, but eventually, if you got neck tension, you should go see a chiropractor. Get your neck tension worked on, and what'll happen is, what'll happen is, as the tension comes away from your neck, your body balances out between the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system, and in doing so, you're going to have a better balance, because when the parasympathetic takes over, which is what happens when you have a subluxation in the neck, the body goes into fight or flight mechanism. This has a more detrimental effect on you. So if you want to sleep a little bit better and you're not sleeping better and you have neck pain or a headache, vertigo, you really should go see a chiropractor. I mean, not many people are going to tell you how to do this. Yeah, I'm a chiropractor, but I see these benefits every day. One of the clearest benefits that we see is patients sleeping better, and we know the treatment's really starting to work. So I hope you've learned something very, very valuable here today. And understand the importance of seeing a chiropractor if you have neck pain and you're not sleeping well, if you have headaches and you're not sleeping well. If you got vertigo, we do a great job on vertigo. Most people aren't aware of it. You can take Advil PM if you want to go to sleep at night. But let me tell you something. You take care of those subluxations that exist in the neck. And again, the subluxations where the bone goes out of place, you are going to sleep better. You're going to get a deeper sleep. And the added benefit, as I just told you, is better flow of the cerebrospinal fluid. Dr. Brian McKay, Core Health in Darien. You got a question? Give me a call, 203-656-3636. We're located at 551 Post Road in Darien. Hey, I look forward to helping you, but I also look forward to educating you. I hope you've learned something from today's podcast. Thanks a lot. Stay safe. Have a great day.